What is up, legends? We are back and we're back in HypeWatch. So those of you who are new to HypeWatch, every week on the channel, what I do is I pick out games that I feel that would be relevant for you guys to see. Just stuff that you can actually play right now that's available, or coming that I think is actually hype. Now it's interesting. This week we technically have two hypes, but I'm keeping them separate, and you're gonna see the first hype in a moment. And we're just gonna get right into this because I just want HypeWatch to just kind of be a easy thing to get into and get out. I really want HypeWatch to be short in most cases, but sometimes it just doesn't end up being short. But first thing is Siege of Dungeon. Now this is currently in early access right now. You can pick it up for $11.69 if you want. It's actually a really good buy. You can play a demo first if you want to actually try the demo on the try of the game to see what it's like. If you see it's kind of like Wildermyth, which it is kind of like Wildermyth because it's roguelike, and you can get characters and bring them in. It's really a retro looking and how it's dealt with. But it's a fun type of retro, the one where you get survival, kind of like Vampire Saviors, but with a team, because you have a team of characters that can come in and take on things and stuff like this, and you can kind of like get customization and get your builds together, get like a good build, and just get through the dungeon, and then you're just happy because you got that really good build. It's RNG. You bossed out, you got some skill, you want to throw that up on YouTube, that type of stuff, and it just feels good to play at the end of the day. I've been messing around with it a little bit, and it's actually pretty cool. First major hype. Bam. Is that Vampy? That looks like Vampy. That is Vampy. Piece Odyssey. Piece Odyssey is fire. All right. Surprisingly, Bandai was like, hey, hold the copy. I was like, oh, okay, Bandai. So you're probably gonna see a review on the channel for this game. This is a full price game at $59.99, but this is an amazing game. You think Persona with One Piece, with all of One Piece's flair and lore and good game mechanics. Nami and Robin, Boa is going to be around a little bit later in the game. So, I mean, bruh. So that's you just gotta play it. All right, you gotta play it. Just play the demo if you want to see how it's like, if it's worth your $60. But I say that there's I don't normally say a game is worth $60, but if there is one and you're an anime fan that is worth $60, this is it. Next up, I just want to show this really quick on here. I know you're probably like, why are we looking at Twitter? Cookie Run Kingdom has a anniversary, and what Cookie Run Kingdom does really well compared to other game companies is when they have anniversaries or a special event, you get hooked up. You just straight get hooked up. So here's a coupon code right here. Second anniversary. There's a bunch of free stuff. As soon as I logged in, I was like, well, damn, y'all just trying to get me to play. I can never actually stay in this game. It's something actually my mom actually likes to play. My mom actually loves this game. I don't get it, but she just it's not bad. I'm not trying to diss the game or anything like that. I just don't get why she loves it that much in particular, because she's not usually a Gacha fan, but this one in particular, and then she'd be summoning and getting characters and be gassed, and I'd be like, okay, you go, mom. But so this is what it is. Get in here, get your free stuff, and dip if you want to. So next up, Gangster of Guns. This game, the name alone is funny, but this is an ARPG roguelike game, obviously with gangsters and stuff like this, and you have to get through the stages, and then you take over different parts of the town. It's kind of a little bit city builder as well, as you guys can see, but it's all about getting through a whole bunch of gangsters and rocking out and being cool with your builds and everything else. There's another roguelike, so roguelike seems to be the thing right now. Oath of Peak. I have covered this game before on the channel. This is now the global right now. I don't know if I'm actually going to do a global video. I might because I'm probably not going to do anything else after this, but just in case I do, it'll probably be this game. It depends on how I feel after this. It's literally I'll show you guys the time right now. This is the time right now. It's on Friday right now. I always tell you guys I do this on Friday, 11:50 a.m. And normally what I do, I'm done with most of all of my work for the week by 1 p.m. So I would have to do that in an hour, and it's by the time I get done with this, it's going to be 12 something, so probably not. With that said, this game is actually pretty cool, and the interesting thing is that they took off the NFT. If you remember, it used to be Overpeak, open like NFT. They took that off. It's still in the game. Still in the game. They just don't mention it anywhere anymore, and it's one of the reasons why it's 4.1 right now. And this person right here, I think people just be making stuff up because it wasn't even broken in the CVT unless they have like a bad phone or something like that. And then like I don't get it because this seems like somebody's just mad at the company. This person right here, this is valid. It did have the fail connect and stuff like this. Can't like all of this stuff right here is valid right now. Now it did have that, and the reason I'm gonna tell you the reason why that actually happened is because the time that they put out that the game was supposed to be available was incorrect. The time that they had the proper time on their Twitter and Facebook, but the time in game where they said that you could connect to the game was not correct. So people were trying to connect. And other people were saying that they were playing, and that always happens with games like this when they don't get the time right, or if they started early and then something happens and they got to drop it for patches and things like that. So they end up screwed on that. And then on top of that, they used to have NFT on there and they just took it off. Now you don't even see the NFT anymore on it, but it's still actually in the game. But they got smart. Somebody must have told them like, dog, don't, NFT is dead. Like don't put that in the title. Nobody's gonna play the game if you do that. And somebody must have apparently found out and listened and know that type of stuff. So GG to them. Final Arena is another Asian title that just recently came out. It's actually not that bad. It reminds me of Darkness and Divinity a little bit. It reminds me a little bit of Eversoul. So if you're looking for another game just to mess around with, you can just download it, play it, see if it's to your liking. It's not going to be in English, of course. It might come out a little bit later because Ubisoft does actually put out English games. So we'll see. Survival Crisis. This has the funniest, I want to repeat, funniest voice acted I heard in a long time. You just gotta try it. That's the only reason why this is up here. It's pretty much just one of the typical type of city builder / RPG type of games and stuff like this. But the voice acting is the reason why it's here. You must hear it. Roman Age of Caesar. This literally is Command and Conquer. This is Command and Conquer in the Roman era with the just run around Trojans and all that type of stuff. So if you like that type of game, have at it. Put it up here because some people do. My Sweet Home Dungeon is like Guardian Tales, but an offensive tower defense type of game. And it's literally saying that, but it's literally like Guardian Tales, but that type of feel. This character's face right here looks like Makima. Get up out of here or somebody start trying to simp. Soul Connector is another Asian title that just recently came out. As you can see, Waifu City, lots of cuties and everything else like that. So if you're looking for something to mess around with, this is another tower defense type of game, where they're just basically banking on the fact that if you want to summon the characters and then look at them be chibi somewhere and defend the base, go for it. Sansa Salazar, this is a $3.49 game right now, but it's actually a kind of cool one. So if you want to mess around with this, look at your team. And then you end up running around in here like Dynasty Warriors in this little small screen like this, which is kind of interesting, I guess. But, if you guys are interested in that, go for it. Next up is Weapon Master Idol. This is Sword Master Story. And more anime. That's literally all this game is. Same type of game, same type of feel. It's just how it is. And if you like Swordmaster Story, then maybe you will like this type of game. Next up is Valkyrie Idle. This is going to be a pre-registered game. Obviously, the Idle games make a lot of money. It's like a big thing right now. And I know everybody kind of, not everybody, but you have people coming like, why do you keep making Idle games? They're trash. Because people paying millions of dollars for it. Like, if you for a game developer, you know people going to pay millions for a game that probably cost you $10,000 to make. Are you going to do it? Remember, it cost you $10,000 to make this game right here. At the most, the server costs more than the entire game probably, if we being real. And then a lot of companies learn to make stuff a lot client based, where it's basically going back and forth. So the server don't even cost a lot. Server costs like $1,000 a month with connections and everything else. Like they pay for connections more or something like that. Pay like an extra $500, so $1,500 or something like that, because it's like client based at that point, where all you really doing is uploading your data to the server and keeping it on the cloud. And that's actually vastly cheaper than it being server based, where they have to pay for like millions of people and stuff. Like you got to pay for those slots. Usually at the end of the day, like, you know, it's usually like $1 or $5 per slot. And if you got like 100,000 people connecting to a game, obviously you see how much that's going to cost. So that's why it's hard to make MMORPGs, because like you need people connecting to each other, especially when it's a large one. And a way to make that cheaper is make it so that it's only like 4 or 5 people connecting at a time, and then, you know, make it so that if they're going to be in bases and stuff like that, it's only like 50 people in the server and things like that. That's why stuff like that happens, why you don't see like massive like thousands of people chilling together or stuff like that, because that would be millions and millions of dollars in server costs for that. Companies ain't about to do that. So just keep that in mind. Next up is Sword Legend, which is the hype of the video and the end of the video right now. Now, the reason why you're looking at this is that this is actually Thunderbolt Legend as well. Thunderbolt Fantasy Legend, that's technically what it's called. So when this actually came out, I was like, I know these characters. I've seen these characters before. Like, what is this? Like, it took me 3 days, because I found out about this on Monday. It took me 3 days to figure out where the hell this came from, because Thunderbolt Fantasy is so obscure and not a lot of people like it. It has, as you can see, many seasons and stuff like this. Not a lot of people like it, but this is actually fire. It's actually fire. And the cool thing about it is, I'm actually not going to show it. I'm not sure if there's flags or not, but it's puppets. Those are actually live action, expensive ass. Like each puppet costs like, I think like maybe $50,000 or something like that. Like they're professional puppets, and they have them doing like martial arts and everything else. Like I don't know how the tech is that they actually do this, but it looks lifelike, even though the puppets don't really look lifelike, but it looks lifelike in what they're actually doing, and it's actually cool. It's really cool. I found out about this, I don't know you guys, about 3 years ago on Twitch. They had like marathons. They still do the marathons now, and I still actually am followed on that channel. But I found about this 3 years ago on Twitch, and like it just became a thing. Like everybody would show up to the Thunderbolt Twitch channel and just watch the episodes. It'd be like tens to 20 to 30,000 people, all different races and everything else, watching this show. It was actually a really cool thing at the time, because you have Asian people chilling, you had French, you had Russian. Nobody hated on anybody, nobody dissed anybody. It was just all love watching this show. And I'd never seen anything like it before in my life. It was like a phenomenon kind of thing, where everybody in the world just got along to watch a show. And I wish that we did stuff like that more often, because it was cool. Translating stuff, like people were like really nice from like all different countries watching this show. So it's cool seeing this game be a thing now. Now you're gonna be like, well, is the game good? The game fire. The game fire. That's all I would tell you is the game fire. Now the problem right now, the reason why I haven't done the video yet is because Google is doing this usual Google thing and stopping you. That's why this is grayed out, because this is not, you know, I guess they didn't pay for licensing yet for global, even though it's available right now. And probably because I'm doing this right now, it's going to become more popular, which I actually want, because it deserves to be more popular. The game is just fire. We can definitely probably watch the trailer. We gonna not. I'm gonna silence this anyway, so y'all not gonna hear this. This game, look, this game was fire, yo. We just gonna let it rock. Now, the cool thing about this is that it has DMC combat, and the scenes, like, that's the main character right here, that homie right there. Like, it's just a fire game, and it seems like it's following the same type of storylines from the show. Now, I don't know what season it's following though, because I don't remember everything like this. Like, and this weekend we're actually, me and my friends, because I host an anime weekend. I've been doing it for like it's been like 3 months now straight of anime weekends, and we watch like mad shows. It's like now it's like weekend. Like people come over Saturday night and Sunday night now. You know, we cook food, we eat, everything else, everybody chilling. It's like other content creators in the New York area, and my friends, and even some of my family, even my sisters showed up once in a while. Now my mom shows up now, she cooks everybody, so now I don't have to do it anymore. So, you know, it's kind of lit right now. Also my mom, like, she likes to entertain people, so that's why she was like, you've been doing this the whole time and you didn't tell me. I was like, you don't be watching anime. Now she watch anime, be chilling, and she just likes being a mother / grandmother because she doesn't do much anything else, so this is stuff for her to do anyway. But this is the hype for the week. Just wanted to point this out, and I know a lot of people probably don't even know what this is and never even seen this before, but definitely if you have Crunchyroll, watch this. You'll be enlightened. It's actually really good. It's kind of like an anime but with puppets, so just keep that in mind, and then play the game. Now, the reason why I'm not actually, if you probably haven't seen a video yet, is because the APK, getting the APK, it does the old one. So when you download the game and put it on the emulator or a phone, it asks for you for the new thing, and then it sends you to Google, which says they ain't paid for their global licenses. You can't download this. That's essentially what's happening. That's why when people are like, they're blocking us. The companies, they're not blocking you. That's Google doing that. That's Google saying they didn't pay for global licenses, so you can't download this game. That's why if you go to a different region, you can download that. It's not a region block. That's always been historically incorrect. What that is that it's not available for the region that you're in. So Google be like, nah, they ain't pay. Nah, when they pay, you can download it. That's what's happening. So I will catch you guys next video. That's it for HypeWatch this week. See you guys soon, and hopefully we will have something pretty big. We had Avatar this week that was actually really big. Like a lot of people like the whole Avatar. I didn't even know about that game until they contacted me and said, hey, we seen your channel, we like how you cover mobile games, can you cover Avatar? And I was like, what? Y'all got a game? And then it's actually fire. It's a banger. It just is. It's actually fire. Like, seeing all the Avatar characters and the lore move and work exactly how they work in the anime is crazy. And it not suck, because all anime games usually suck. It doesn't suck, yo. So catch you guys next week. Peace. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.